and welcome to Upcycling SOS. I said I was going to do this, so I may as well do it now since I need to jack up the car, but this is the way that I jack up the car. Before we get into the actual jacking up of the car, let's talk a little bit about safety. So you need to make sure that the jack that you're using is strong enough to lift up your car. So have a look at the manual and see how much your car weighs, and make sure that your jack is able to lift it safely. So my car weighs that much and my jack can lift that much, so I'm fine. So the two different types that I've got, I'll show you now. First one, the scissor lift one. This is the one that came with the car. So this one max a ton, so I know it's going to lift it. These you will find in almost any car now. Easy to operate, own little handle. Obviously this part goes on the floor and this serrated part will go under the car. It'll be like that, and then you just turn it and then it'll go up and down. Okay, and the other type that I have is a hydraulic one. So this is a 2-ton jack, so it'll definitely lift it, so it's fine. And this way you'll see it better because this is the one I'm going to use. But on here, this is where you need to make sure that this is off, because then the hydraulics are off, then you can lift it and then you release it very slowly, but I'll show you that as well. So let's go and show you the car and where to put it. And so these are the basic tools that you'll need: the jack, an axle stand just for safety, and blocks of wood, again just for safety. So the first thing you need to make sure handbrake is up, and the key is out of the ignition. That way you know the car won't start, well, with the start on its own, and the brakes are on, so it's not going to roll away when you try and lift it. Okay, so since I need to get to the rear tyre, we're going to go from the rear. Now, on most vehicles, where you need to be, it will have like a little arrow sign, and it's usually here somewhere, okay, on the trim. But my one doesn't have it. So what you need to do is you need to get under, look up, and you need to see metal. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put you underneath and then let's see some metal. Right. So normally you would see here somewhere like a sign. Oh, that could be it there, look there. So if we follow that round, and that won't be it, because you need to find the metal piece, it'll be here, right? All of this. Okay, so where are we? Okay, now you see this here? Oh, it's really... Right, all of this is the frame. Okay, so it's safe to use this. Don't use this. This is the plastic. That is not a good idea. So I need to set it up on here. Right, I'm going to set it up on there. So okay, so here's the jack. Make sure that it's closed off, because if it isn't closed off, it won't go up and down. Put it in and then lock it in place. Now it's safe to put under the vehicle. Now let's get it to where we need to be. Okay. Because I'm going to put an axle stand, I'm going to bring it further in towards, so the axle stand will hold the weight. That's it, directly underneath. That's it, that's in the middle of it now. Okay. So now that's in the middle, and all it is, lift it all the way up and all the way down. Easy. And it's starting to lift. With every pump, hydraulics are activated to lift. Then you get it to your desired height. Once it's at your desired height, let's put the axle stand in. Put the axle stand, remember the line I was telling you about? There again. Now I've positioned it where I want it to be, underneath the metal part again. So what I'm going to do now is lower the car onto the axle stand as slowly as possible. Feed it into the little nub, and the smallest of turns until you start, there we go, and close it off. That is now supported by the axle stand. So for added safety, all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this the jack up to it, but only touching it, because the weight needs to be on the axle stand. It's safer than the jack. Once that's done, the front tyres or if you're coming from the back, you know. So put it underneath. There. The car will now not move. So that's how to raise. And to lower is pretty much the same, but I'll show you as soon as I'm done here. Right, to lower the car, because you've got it on the axle stand, you're going to have to raise it again slightly so that you can take it out. So go in, if it's safe there. No, not quite, because when you lift this, it'll go down, so it needs to go higher. Try it now. There we go. And that's come from underneath. Now the next thing to do is to get rid of the chokes that you've already got. Otherwise, when the car goes down, it goes slightly forward, and then it'll be on top of the choke. So get rid of them now. That's them. And now lower it very slowly. First check if you've been working, is there anything left underneath the car? All's clear. And to lower into the knob and turn it very gently, anti-clockwise, lefty loosey, righty tighty. There you go. And then all the way, push it down and close it off again and out. And take the jack away. The one thing I forgot to mention when I was talking about the axle stand is the actual axle stand. So again, you need to make sure that it's strong enough to hold up the car. Now this is a 3 ton, so it's more than enough. So yeah, you put it under the car and you can raise it, yeah, to however size you want. If you've got your car that size, something wrong. So, and to release it, you just lift that, bosh, all the way it goes again. So that's how an axle stand works. And that's it. Lower, raising and lowering using a jack. So safety things to remember: key out of the ignition, put it into the handbrake on. They say you can leave it in gear, but that's up to you. Mine's really flat surface, so I didn't need to. But it's a safety thing. Once you've got it up, choke the wheels so that they don't move. You can do both sides if you want, and just be very careful. So that's how you do it. It's not very difficult, but some people think, oh yeah, I can do it. Next thing they're thinking they know what they're doing, but just remember, make sure you're hitting metal, not plastic, because if you hit plastic, you can put the axle under the axle stands, it's the name, but for me it's easy just doing it from the side. It's just as safe. So that is it, raising and lowering the car using a jack. So like the video if it helped you in any way, subscribe if you haven't already done so. It's starting to grow quite nicely now, I'm enjoying it, and comment. I am liking these comments, I'm getting quite a few, especially when I work on the Volvo. So keep at it, keep sending me messages, say what you like, even tell me what you don't like. What am I doing right, what am I doing wrong? I'm still learning. I've been doing it for about a year. I still don't know half of what I should know. So that's it. So remember, reuse, recycle, upcycle. Bye for now.